How does Melania Trump feel about her husband Donald Trump's indictment? Will she stand by her man in court? While she's keeping quiet, plenty of insiders claim to know what she's thinking. Melania Trump is not particularly pleased with her husband's current legal troubles. In 2018, the Wall Street Journal published an expose revealing that Donald Trump, who was at the time President of the United States, had paid former adult film star Stormy Daniels $130,000 in hush money. According to the report, Daniels previously had a brief affair with Donald, whom she met at a golf tournament in 2006. The payoff, facilitated by Trump's attorney at the time, Michael Cohen, was paid to prevent Daniels from going public. Donald and his so-called fixer, Cohen, admit that they made a payment to Daniels, but they have since denied any romantic encounter between Donald and Daniels. At the time of the alleged affair, Donald was already married to Melania, his third wife. Cohen told the Daily Beast in 2018, "These rumors have circulated time and again since 2011. President Trump once again vehemently denies any such occurrence, as has Ms. Daniels." Given that the payment came shortly before the 2016 presidential election, it soon became the subject of legal scrutiny. Investigators suspected that by paying off Daniels, then Republican presidential nominee Donald broke campaign finance laws. According to People, former First Lady Melania Trump is distancing herself from all the legal drama now that Donald Trump has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury, likely in connection to the payoff to Daniels. An insider told the magazine, Melania is leading her own life and still feels happy being at Mar-a-Lago, surrounded by people who love her and who never talk about reality or bad things about her husband. Her lack of interest, however, does not signify approval. Sources claim Melania is still pretty upset about the situation. The source explained, "She remains angry and doesn't want to hear the alleged hush money payment mentioned. She is aware of who her husband is and keeps her life upbeat with her own family and a few close friends." In her 18 years of marriage to Donald, Melania has endured multiple cheating scandals, as well as sexual assault allegations against her husband. In public, Melania has shown nothing but unwavering support for Donald. She told ABC News in 2018,
"It is not concern and focus of mine. I'm a mother and a first lady, and I have much more important things to think about."
Behind closed doors, though, Melania's anger is said to run so deep that she apparently doesn't care if Donald ends up behind bars. While she's trying her best to keep her hands off the sticky situation her husband is currently in, the unnamed source dished to People, Melania wants to ignore it and hopes it will pass, but she doesn't sympathize with Donald's plight. Meanwhile, former White House press secretary and chief of staff for Melania, Stephanie Grisham, shared that she would be surprised if she saw Melania supporting Donald in court, because it has to do with Donald's alleged affair with Daniels.
She's not lending him a whole lot of moral support, and I'm sure she's still thinking about, you got yourself into this mess.
Apparently, Melania has felt this way ever since she found out about the affair. Grisham said, "She always said to me, this is his problem. Donald is in this whole mess in the first place because he's reportedly afraid that Melania will leave him." Trump biographer Tim O'Brien shared with MSNBC that the presidential campaign was the least of Donald's worries when the news of the payoff came to light, and he was more concerned about the possibility of destroying his marriage.
He probably was more afraid at that point of Melania Trump than he was of the electorate, so he had a motivation to try to get this out of the way.
The Daily Mail reported that Melania did indeed momentarily leave Donald the moment she found out about the hush money. The outlet claimed that she decided to spend a few days at a hotel in Washington, D.C., but her former advisor, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, was quick to debunk that report. In a tweet, she wrote, "BS, how do I know? I was there. Melania slept in her bedroom in the WH. I slept in my bedroom in the WH above her. I accompanied Melania and her mother to the Holocaust Museum. I wrote about it in my book, Melania and Me.